It's not new to see killer whales or orcas in the Arctic. Sightings have been reported for centuries. But as our climate changes, more and more of them are being spotted in Arctic waters. In fact, researchers have now found two genetically distinct groups that seem to have moved in. They've migrated from southern regions. Colin Garraway is an evolutionary geneticist with the University of Manitoba. He led the research looking into what's happening with these whales. He joins us today from Winnipeg. Colin, hello.
Hi.
So I'm curious, what led you to want to do research about orcas in the Arctic?
Well, as you said, people living in northern communities have seen killer whales in the Arctic for as long as there are memories and stories about. But in recent years, there's been increased sightings of killer whales in the Arctic. And that could be due to a growing population or more individuals moving in. So we were just wondering where these whales were coming from. So our question was, who are these potentially new whales moving into the Arctic?
And who are they?
Well, we started with a bunch of opportunistically taken samples that we had, and then we went out and targeted more sampling. And then with collaborators, we did a test that's really very close to things like 23andMe, where you send in your genetic samples and you figure out where your ancestry is from. So using a global sample of killer whales from other research projects, we found that there were two distinct populations. So this was really surprising for us. These are so distinct that they almost certainly don't interbreed. One population moved in from Greenland, Norway, Iceland, so their ancestry went back to those populations that were next door. So that made sense to us, and I think that's what I would have predicted beforehand. But we also had another brand new population that wasn't in this global database of genetic populations that we know about. So we think we know these whales have been there for a long time, but we didn't know they were genetically distinct. So we had two distinct populations, and we speculate, we don't really know because we don't have old samples, that perhaps this new population is the population that's long been seen in the region. And it might just be growing now with increasing access due to climate warming.
So here in the Canadian Arctic, where exactly did you find these animals?
They were really sampled all over the region. The study population that I worked on most was out of Pond Inlet, is where they were focally sampled. But we have samples from Greenland and really everywhere we can get our hands on them from.
Of course, there's lots of different kinds of whales in those waters up there. How does this 220-ish whales compare to the population size of the animals you would expect to see around Pond Inlet?
Yeah, so one of the reasons we're interested in studying the killer whales in the Arctic is to try to understand how the ecosystem will change, particularly with respect to the Arctic adapted whales. And these are bowhead, narwhal, and beluga. So we've got lots of work on them also. So right now there's hundreds of thousands of beluga and narwhal. They're doing well. As far as we know, those are the primary prey sources for the killer whales. And at this minute, we don't have any good evidence that the killer whales are really making a large dent in those populations, but they are top predators. Killer whales, or the Arctic whales, we think in part evolved to live under dense sea ice to hide from killer whales. So they're rather slow and fat and delicious to killer whales. So the killer whales are certainly eating the endemic whales, but the 200 number relative to the 100,000s means they're not yet having a big impact, although they might in the near future. And we think that might be due to a possible growing population. So killer whales were excluded from Arctic by sea ice. So they've got their famous dorsal fin, and that prevents them from going under the sea ice. And we think that's in part what led to the Arctic whales evolving to live under sea ice so they could hide from killer whales. And so with the lengthening ice-free season, there's more and more time for more and more killer whales to move into the Arctic, and they're getting access to this big food resource. And so the population may be growing in terms of individuals being born and possibly individuals being moved in. So it's something to watch, the growing population, to try to just understand how to change things in the region.
Other than potentially over hunting the whales that have traditionally been in these areas, what other impacts could these new predators have on the Arctic Ocean ecosystem?
Yeah, so killer whales are, in the ecological jargon, top predators. So they're at the top of the food chain, and they change the behavior and the dynamics of the things they eat. And these changes can and have elsewhere cascaded throughout the ecosystem to have whole ecosystem level effects. We're watching the changes and trying to learn as much as we can about how the region's changing and what it might look like for the next few hundred years.
All right, Colin, we're going to have to leave that there, but thank you so much for your time today.
Great. Thanks very much.